terms of harvesters. I mean, I remember in 17 there were 2 base game Massey Ferguson harvesters, and I think we just have the smaller of the 2 in 19. Size of the tank on this, 8.6. Yeah, do I have the Massey's, the fence even? So yeah, this was the smaller of the 2. This one was 12,500. We don't have the big Massey Ferguson, but then again we do have this thing, which can be branded, I think, Massey Ferguson. Yeah. So we have the super huge one. What's the tank size? 17,000. But we don't have that bigger one, which was available in 17. I think these Fent ones that I have loaded, these 2, were probably available in 15. Because I do recall that when 17 came out, within the first 2 weeks, those 2 were added to Farm Sim 17 by Giants to the mod hub. So they were probably in 15 and used to do some testing on mod hub once the game went live, kind of like some of the other stuff. Yeah.
You have a plain bed.
What?
You have a plain bed.
Oh, yeah.
The pillows are so thin.
Kind of like Estancia Lapacho was added after as a mod hub by Giants thing. Okay, let's speed up time. And we're probably going to about 9 o'clock today.
I wonder mine doesn't go to 2,000 speed.
And so 9 o'clock, probably 10 hours sleep. So no income. Yay rain. So this is the outlook for probably most of the day. Sometimes I just jump into one of the vehicles because it's easier than negotiating the house. I mean, the Chellington house is a huge, kind of American style house, but you don't get caught up on the corners in it, which, things like this you do. It would be nice if I could sleep from here, but I can't. The sleep trigger is by the bed, and so you have to be able to get your way through all of that to upstairs. That's interesting. Why is there a cloud behind the raining cloud? I don't know. Seems to be a graphical glitch with the weather and estimated, next weather. Anyway, let's see what weather's doing today. It's going to rain through to sometime between 9 and midday. It's horrible drying conditions all day. It's not good drying conditions tomorrow. That's sad. And well, we still only, temperatures are similar today through tomorrow. Getting warmer, and then 67, 77, 80, so good hay weather on the end of the week. I don't want to wait that long to make hay though, because that would be bad. There is a baling contract and nothing else. That may change as the day progresses. This is just not ready. Grass. Ugh. There. Okay, this grass can be cut but could grow longer. 6 is absolutely ready, but I'm not harvesting 6. This is sheep. Automatic filler for the sheep pens. So I think... Hi, doggy. I think today there's no contracts currently, so we can... How do you want some food? Oh, soggy already. Let's go for a wander, check on the bale or the pallets of wool. We have 3 to move there, 3 to move there. One of these is probably not 100%. So let's get them moved with the fent. Oh, turn too soon. That's the thing. I figure I need to park to the left as far as I can. Or, no, when you're looking forward, to the right side, because the tractor exits are on the left. And if I park too close to the wall, then I get stuck there. So I have to park away from the wall and closer to the pillars. And obviously doing that means I risk driving the tractor into a pillar. I want another one of those orange trailers or something of a similar size. We might stick with orange. Orange is cool. Okay. So that trees. You. Well, the good news is we didn't generate so much wool that we filled up the spawn point and started getting messages from 3 o'clock in the morning that there was no room. Got here. That's... I think that is exactly the amount of pallets I can transport on the back of the Johnston trailer. So we have generated 3 so far this year, plus we've got more to come in. Although this is the last day of wool production, so once tonight's come, that's it for having to move wool until next spring. I will not miss this job. Actually, we want to go round to the dry goods storage area and grab them from that side. I'm trying to give the front spawn point enough time to fill up those bales and create a new pallet, or fill up the pallets and make a new one. Because then I'll know which one is the one I want to take out and which one isn't. Oops. Oops. Let's go forwards. Forwards is good. So I'm very careful and too high. Snag that one without knocking the one behind it. Without knocking the one behind it. Yay. So that's undisturbed. It's either that or I'm going to have to get the little hand tool out and do a pallet analysis to see which one of the three I want to grab or don't want to grab because it's not completely 100% full. A pallet with 4 let's call them bales of wool is somewhere between 76% and 100%, but you can't, you don't know until you stab it with the forks or you do an analysis with a measuring tool. Not an easy track to get there. Alright, we'll go get the other full one from the back. There we go. Okay, now we know which ones are full and which ones aren't. Fortunately, that is not an ideal position for that empty or the new pallet to be. Okay. Now Kevin was saying that I should consider using the pallet or the loader information mod, and what that does is it tells you what height above the ground your forks are and what angle they're at, and I have used that in the past. Unfortunately, I was an early adopter of it, and it works with the in-game, or at that time it worked with the in-game stole attachments, but did not work with third-party attachments, and I got frustrated about that because I was using, I think at the time I was using a third-party bale fork spike, and yeah, the fact that the mod didn't work with it was it kind of defeated the purpose of having the mod loaded. Now obviously we had the complete reset of my PC because the SSD failed a couple of months ago, so I don't have a lot of mods that I used to have loaded. But he did say it had received updates and worked with third-party loader arm attachments. But I did find it, when I was using the in-game attachments, I did find it very reliable, and it was very, very easy to use pallet forks on pallets. Because you could, if you set it to 0.02 meters above the ground and at 0 degrees, you could reliably grab a pallet every single time. And push. There we go. So if it works with the CSC pack now, that would be appreciated. Of course, the ground's wet. So this is the difficult bit, because I'm not sure I can get at that rearmost pallet and not hit the one in front. Okay, lift it off the ground, angle it down very slightly, and keep as far left as I am able to. And this is where using a telehandler would be useful, because you can extend the boom and actually grab your pallet by the forks. I'm very careful we won't drop anything. Of course, this is where I drive into the door frame and it goes flying. Because I mentioned being very careful. Nice. Okay, and one more on top. We're good. The number 5 button back out.
I kind of forgot how to use the push lawnmower.
Oh, you get in it. Oh, now yeah, you get in it, you start the engine up, and then you drive it like a tractor.
No, you can't kind of push lawnmower. Push it.
You can in this game.
You can? That's weird.
There you go.
Oh, I have one of those.
It's a push mower, but you have to get in it and turn the engine on and drive it. And crazily, you can fit GPS to it. Yes! Oh, that's awesome. That's done, which means we might need to find the battery and make sure it's charged.
I don't know what battery is.
Well, if the battery's anywhere, it's in the house with the charger, which should be in the house. Okay, now very, very careful. We're going to have to do a one prong stab here. Ugh. Back up a little bit and lift it all the way. So we don't nudge anything as we're extracting ourselves from the rest of the bale, rest of the pallets even. Okay, so fend work is done. We don't need to feed the sheep any sugar beets at this stage, because we just did that last night. It's raining. It's raining all day. There is no haymaking. Okay, we are done with that. So I'm guessing we can put the fent away. I did notice that the sheep need hay and silage. We don't have any silage bales, which might mean that we need to go to the store. Buy some silage bales. Easy, back that into there. And of course, the tractor we go to the store with is that one, so we may get the fent out later. More. And drop. Okay. And get out. And if, as I was saying, if I park far enough over this way, I can get out and walk down here. If I park it too close, I can't. So, it's 7:23. Engine on, lift the forks, and drive. Go drive. So I think we're going to have to sit in the garage until 7:30. It's actually easier to edge this close to the wall when you're in reverse, because the weight doesn't stick out as far as the spikes on the front. I did not remove course play. I want to remove course play. I'm not using it, and it's really annoying. it has issues with this map, and those issues were some of the reasons I wanted to use it for. So not that, we want that. Sheep. So grass silage, clover silage, I have one bale left. Hay, alfalfa, hay, clover. So you can use alfalfa for sheep, but seriously, you use clover silage, clover hay, clover, and sugar beets and carrots. So why the only reason you would have alfalfa hay is if you were also doing cows. And that one, oh, grief, they need silage more than those guys do. So, and that's probably because these guys are way more healthy. They're eating more food. We've had problems with the Oakfield farm sheep because the grass wasn't automatically replenishing from what's in the field. Okay. And this thing turns on the dime. Oh, did I wait? No, I didn't wait long enough. Oh, quick, get back under cover. Okay. So we will wait until 7:30 before we take these bales outside, because if they are outside at 7:30, they will decay. We're gonna have to buy some hay, because this is it. We're gonna have to feed more hay tomorrow. Well, we're gonna have to feed more hay today. Just looking at. Actually, that's hay. That's 1,200. Oh, maybe not. They may only use. They'll probably use one full bale and maybe a partial. So that's fine. That grass is full. That grass is not full. The water's fine. Cleanliness is kind of okay. It's the silage that's the problem. So they eat a lot of the grass. They use less. That's Oakfield Farm. So I'm guessing that's to do with probably their weight. Partially. These are all 147. These are 146 because their food availability was a lot worse early on. So they've probably put on weight, but there's a 3-point difference. Anyway, so as far as hay goes, they're similar. As silage goes, they eat a lot of silage and they eat a lot of grass. These guys lose 6,000. That's crazy, because there's 250 sheep in both and 3,000 litres needed there. I don't know. Let's go. Sugar beets are almost identical. The water is within points of being almost identical. Okay, there's water in the pen there. But the other stuff is... hay is very close. The silage and the grass is ridiculously different, and yet their estimated food requirements are about the same. Who knows? Anyway, where are we at? Let's speed up time to get past 7:30. Okay. So, rain will now decay the hay at 8 o'clock. And we will not have any hay lying around at that time. Why do I have the bucket? Does anyone remember why I have the bucket? Speak. Okay. That panel. So yeah, I am going to turn off courseplay if I remember to next week. But we used, what's that, 3,590 litres of hay. Filling that trough up. So, last day of spring, as I said, we've got no clover to cut today, which I was kind of hoping for. But then again, we didn't plant I'm guessing we'll get 2 yields on clover per year, and normally get 3, just about 3 on grass. So that's why the pasture up at the top behind the cow farm, or the cow barn, is ready to harvest at its earliest stage. So back off of there, and then run back in and stab it. So we're good with the hay, and we still have 2,800 litres left. Now, since it's going to be sunny tomorrow, there's no good drying conditions tomorrow is the problem. But we might be able to start on making hay out of the 2 grass fields. I'm thinking the grass fields will be 100% grown tomorrow. Although I did say we wanted clover hay rather than grass hay going forward. I kind of want to stick to clover for the sheep. It just makes the logistics of it a lot easier. How we doing? It's still there, 2.827. And let's do that in here. Oh, let's turn it a little harder. So yeah, as I said, the easiest way to get this as close to the wall as possible is in reverse. Oh, and we'll knock the wall pallet over, because why not? Wasn't paying attention. Okay, that one is there. We'll fix that because it's going to bug me. Hello. That's nice. Still getting to grips with the whole 3-dimensional rotational thing. There's that there, and turn off super strength before we end up throwing a tractor somewhere. Okay, this is a wrapped bale, so